We good? All right, good evening. Tonight is November 12th, 2025. Opening up for the Veterans Commission meeting for tonight. Let's start from the left for attendance.
Eric Lamash, Veteran Service Officer.
Gene Peoples, Subcommittee.
Mike Peoples, Secretary, Acting Secretary.
Phil Gothia, newly appointed member.
Paul Paradise, Chair.
Simone Ratnayong, guest here tonight from Congresswoman Lori Trahan's office.
Jay Gaffney, member.
Richard Cody.
Okay. With that, let's stand. Phil, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Certainly. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Take a seat. All right. I want to congratulate everybody on an amazing Veterans Day event that we held on the 10th. It was absolutely amazing. We had a great showing. The Honor Guard from Lowell High did an amazing job. Wish them luck on their upcoming competition in May. The Merkland School, we can't thank them enough. Thank you guys. It was an amazing showing. The kids were awesome. Thank you so much. Eric, thank you for doing so much legwork for that event. It was one of the best ones we've seen in a long time in the city.
Thank you.
Thank you, French's, for catering. They did an amazing job. The food was great. The Lowell Vet Center, who partnered with us, also amazing job hearing the testimony from all those veterans. It was outstanding. Obviously, the mayor's office, the state, our state reps that came out and supported us, our city government, absolutely amazing. I couldn't say enough good things about the event. It was amazing. All right. Thank you all for everything you guys did in support for that event. It was absolutely awesome. All right. With that, let's go over and open up with you.
It's my honor to present my good friend, Simone Ratnayong, who really runs the Lowell office for Congresswoman Trahan, and she's going to update us on some of the activities that they perform for veterans and some of the resources available to veterans.
Outstanding.
Thank you, Jay, for inviting me here. So my name again, it's Simone Ratnayong. I don't run the Lowell office, but I am a director of constituent services. So just wanted to first thank you all for what you've done for the veterans here in Lowell. Congresswoman Trahan sends her best and really appreciates all your help with our veterans here in Lowell and in the surrounding areas. Just wanted to give a brief overview of what we do to support veterans. We work not only with VA issues, but we can support our veterans with passports, Medicare, Medicaid, IRS issues, Social Security issues. Any issues that involves a federal agencies, we're able to, reach out and cut through the red tape and try to help out. We can't compel an agency to act in favor of any of our constituents that reach out, but we can definitely make sure that they get all of the due diligence and a status update when they do reach out to us. So right now, I just wanted to go through some of the agencies that are still taking our congressional increase. As you know, with the government shutdown, a lot of our liaisons are furloughed, and so some of the federal agencies are not accepting increase from our office. With that said, we do still would like our constituents to reach out to us and ask for help, and what we do is log it in, and then when the government reopens, we're ready and able to send those inquiries out. The agencies that are not accepting is, let me just go through this, VA, Social Security, Medicaid, Medicaid, IRS, HUD, Department of Labor, Treasury, and Educations. The one that are currently still accepting our increase, our passport office. If you are a traveling agency within 2 weeks, they'll still accept our review and try to expedite a passport to you. With that said, with the new Massachusetts requirement for, the U.S. requirement for a real ID, typically if you are traveling domestically and don't have a real ID, we can still expedite that request for a passport because it's required for travel. A lot of people don't know that. They feel like if they don't have, if they're not traveling internationally, they can't reach out to us. So that's changed because of the real ID requirement. State Department is still accepting our increase, but with expected delays. The USCIS, again, still accepting our increase for immigration citizenship cases, but with a lot of delays as well. I know when Jay had reached out, I had asked him what topics he would like to be discussed. He had mentioned the Richard Starr Act. You know, just a brief update on that. I did do some research with our office. So that act was passed, well, no, it was introduced in the House on March 14th of this year. Lori is a co-sponsor. She's a strong advocate for it to pass. With that said, it's currently in committee. We're not quite sure what the next steps is yet, but it's still sitting in committee. As soon as government reopens and I find any updates, I can, you know, give the news to Jay. Okay. So just, you know, much like the Windfall Act, currently, if a medically retired vet is, you know, retired, his benefits are cut, you know, reduced by the VA disability. So this act, if passed, it's going to allow medically retired, you know, veterans to receive their full military benefits and their full VA disability benefits. So we're like fighting hard for that to work out. Just wanted to go through some of the. Have any of you reach out to our office for VA issues?
No, usually I go through the DAV.
Okay.
Just because I've had a lot of luck with that. And they've done a phenomenal job. We actually have a member on the board of the commission, James Harmon. He's a member, one of the ranking members in the DAV in the area. I personally haven't had to use you guys to that level, so it's probably a good thing. Has anyone else?
On occasion, I send clients that if the case is complicated and it might take the weight of a congressperson, I definitely send people that way.
So disability claims or
Some mostly legal issues or you know, DD 214s. Sometimes birth certificates that are in other states or countries or like Guam or you know, people have a hard time getting that stuff.
Yeah, so that's usually the process. What we like our vets to do is reach out to the local veterans office, the VSO office, the DAV office, and if they can't get any results, then they come to us. And typical case we get is, you know, a family looking for an upgraded DD 214 and looking for some of their military records, which, you know, can take a long time. So we kind of help facilitate that. We reach out to the different offices and request more information. That kind of pushes it along and gives a congressional tag to the case. Some other VA issues are, you know, if they have some issues with HUD-VASH, complicated Department of Ed issues for our local veterans, we kind of try to just go through and cut through the red tape and just ask for a status update. Again, you know, most of you are doing the right thing by going through the local VA office, the department, you know. But I'm just going to go through when you do have cases that you would like to refer to us. It's very simple. We usually ask them to fill out a privacy release form that just gives us their contact information, address, social security, date of birth, and just a brief description of how we can help. It's actually very simple. We have this in written form, or they can do it online. they submit it through us. We have a veterans caseworker who is a veteran himself, Jorge Morales. He would have been here today, but he was out sick.
It is going around.
So it's actually, very simple to reach out to our office, and we, really, if you feel you have any issues with our vets and they can't get it resolved, have them reach out to us. They can contact me directly or just contact our office. Yes.
We recently, in our neighborhood, we had a homeless vet, a Marine, and he found himself homeless because of his pet. And we went through a lot, and we actually had some people come and talk to us here. But I still don't really have a person. Now, when I talked to this kid's brother, I couldn't give him the name of an individual or someone to talk to. Do you have the name of an individual that someone in that situation could talk to?
What type of housing was he in before?
Anything. He was on the street.
Veterans housing,
Yeah.
the new veterans housing here in Lowell.
Okay, and he was at the veterans housing and he was kicked out?
It wasn't available,
Unhoused.
Yeah.
unhoused, homeless.
Service dog?
No.
No, regular
Real
dog.
dog. So a lot of these, like the veterans' homes and other public housing, don't allow certain like public housing doesn't allow certain breeds of dogs, and some veterans' housing doesn't allow any dogs, depending. So depending on the program, depending on who's involved with it, and who's funding it. So, but we did go over and find some answers for him, which was
Yeah, we
good.
still don't really have a name, because I tried to pin it down. We got a lot of information, we got a lot of, talk, but we really don't have anything to hang our hats on, to be quite honest with you. A name, a person. Do you?
Typically with that case, like I said, we would contact the area housing, the veterans housing, and find out what the requirement is and give you a status of, why he was not allowed in. So with that, we'll probably come out with the same information. I can,
Where would they start? What time?
right,
We did contact the gentleman that came and spoke to us after the fact, and he did say that they can have a pet. So I imagine he would have to go to that director
Yes.
who spoke with us
Well, who is the
here.
director? Who's it?
So I have,
that information.
next week, I'll have the director of the Bridge Club. They've got some new veteran housing that's opening up here in the city.
okay.
All right.
And I will have him come in, and he's got a lot of connection. What was the gentleman's name?
Cox.
Thank you. I'll see if I can reach out to him, see if I can have him for the next meeting.
Okay.
And that way we'll have some answers, because they do some great work over at the Bridge Club. They have a whole veterans division, which is amazing. They went over, we worked with Veterans Inc. A few months back, and we did try to reach out to some of our veteran homeless, which we've very lucky in the city. We have extremely low number of veterans that are homeless here in the city, under 10. So that's pretty impressive. And some of them are completely ineligible for benefits due to being sex offenders or dishonorably discharged. So they don't rate for any programs if you fall into certain categories like that. And then the other ones that are eligible just don't want the help, as we saw when we were out and about.
I'm going to leave this privacy release form if you find out that you're not able to get connected with Bob. But, the Bridge Club runs a great program, and they just have the newly veterans housing. So I'll leave the form here for you guys to fill out. You can reach out to us anytime.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
I'll pass it off.
To add it to the,
Yes. Pass that off down, please.
I think I brought a couple here.
Excellent. She's they work as our secretary. Yeah, and we can go. Awesome.
That there.
I'll pass a few over to Eric, so that way he has some for his office.
Thank you very much.
So, what was the gentleman's name in your office that handled most of the veterans?
Jorge Morales.
Jorge Morales.
Good guy.
Yes.
Yep.
Great
So
guy.
that's good. Maybe we can go over and have him be more active in some of the events that we have here in the city, because that'll be, I think that'll bridge the gap a little bit more with our elected officials. I think that's a good idea.
That's great.
That way,
And do you work closely with the state veterans?
it all depends. So I'm also the veterans officer for the Lowell Police Department. So as you saw the cruiser that was out, we did that. We also do a bunch of other events. Like we did Coast for Vets today, but I'll get into that a little bit more here in a few minutes. But we do go over and deal with our elected officials on a good amount of basis. Rodney Elliott was paramount for a lot of the things that we've done in the past. He's given me a lot of great information. So it is good as we're reestablishing this commission again, having those connections with our elected officials is paramount.
Absolutely. So we'll be here. You have my number.
I do.
And, any events that you have, please send us an invite.
Of course.
And then if Jorge's available, we'll reach out.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right. So,
Good job, Simone.
Thank you.
So great of you to come.
I know you have the rest of your agenda. I'm just gonna end the night here. And
You're
then,
more than
if
welcome.
you have my contact information, please reach out.
thank you very much.
Good come.
Of course.
Thank you for coming.
Thank
And
you.
we will, I'll make sure that if there is an invite, that'll get to your office.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jane.
It's nice to see you.
You too. Of course. It was nice meeting everyone.
Take care.
Take care.
All right.
Myself over there. Yeah.
So one of the other things that we're going to go over and do is we have to confirm our nominations. We only have 2 nominations today. We're going to leave the vice chair position open until we have, see if we can get the other members to attend, and we'll go from there. But we do have 2 positions that have been nominated. Let's see if we can get those positions formalized and go from there. So we'll start with the position of secretary, which Michael Peoples has been nominated. All in favor? Aye. It is what it, you are now the secretary.
Hayes?
All right. And then myself as the chairperson, I've been nominated.
Yay.
Thank you.
That was all in favor?
Thank you very much, guys. All right. With that being said, unless anybody here wants to go over and step up for the vice chair's position as of right now, all right, we'll hold that position for a little bit then. Okay. All right. So we had a lot of things happen over the past month. We've had the trunk or treat, which was a absolutely phenomenal event that happened with the vets over at the Vet Center at 10 George Street. We had a good showing. A lot of kids showed up. We brought out the Veterans Cruiser. We brought out a Humvee, which we decorated. Looked awesome. We had hidden battles there. We had what was the name of the farm that did the Strongwater Farm? They were there. The the VA police was there. So it was a excellent showing for the kids, which I think that went pretty well. And we had our Veterans Day event for the city, which went phenomenal. Thank you all very much for helping out with that.
City did great.
It was great. Couldn't have asked for a better showing. So now we have a few more events now for the year that we're going to, 2 more events. We have the 4th of July and Memorial Day are the next 2 events.
May I? So for Memorial Day, I believe. I'm sorry. For the 4th of July parade, I was speaking with Melissa, and they're planning on having an event inside the LaLasha Park. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, and then fireworks and everything after or whatever.
Right.
And I was wondering if could have that parade end there, and then that way you might get more people into that event, and then just make it join there, and she said that would be a good idea or a thought, but
Yep.
don't let me get,
So
you
I
guys
had
are
a
the parade
simi-
people.
I had a similar thought, but ending at the arena, because that way we can go to those back parking lots, and we have that nice green area in the back where people can sit, and after the parade, after a certain amount of time, they can then walk down to the fireworks.
Okay.
Which is a block and a half away.
And not to appease you, I just got to speak up about this one area that I've seen have tremendous success in little small venues like that. The one on Middle Street, right behind the old Enterprise Bank. I don't know if you guys seen the Halloween things they had going on there with the rides and the food trucks and the beer tents. They pack it all in that vacant lot. So it's something to think about. The reason why I think it's so successful is it's so accessible. If you attended a Lasher, one of these kind of dead-end avenues where one in, one out, people can kind of park there, come in, shuffle out, shuffle in. I mean, every time I've been there, it's, kind of a gold mine of a spot. I'm not sure how you get it.
Yeah.
Watch fireworks from the top of Jordan Marsh.
So it's, we do have a meeting coming up with Melissa, and we're going to go over and,
Do you know when?
not yet.
Okay.
I know they're working on,
It's not scheduled yet.
not scheduled yet.
I thought my mind was,
Just you guys meeting with her?
We're going to start, we'll get the baseline going, and then when we go, we're going to take all the different ideas that everyone has. We're going to bring it to her, see what she thinks. I've already spoke with her about this already. She loves the idea, but we have to go over and, there's other factors that come into it. Funding, availability, and then we have to put the requests out to the National Guard for equipment, the Army Band, all these things that have to be submitted
Now.
yesterday.
Much.
So this is going to happen sooner rather than later. And then, the case office, if we want to have food trucks present, the case office handles a lot of these issues, and then obviously your office too as well. So we'll assist as needed, and we'll give them the ideas. They love the idea about the old cars.
Yeah.
That was I was talking about that, and they loved the idea.
Awesome.
Absolutely loved it.
We did it in Harvard. It was just off the charts. It really
Yeah.
was.
They understand, though, we're gonna be chauffeuring the veterans.
Yes.
Who we can get to.
Yes, absolutely. So, and they thought it was an awesome idea. And what's good is if we stage it at the over on Dutton Street at the end of Broadway, that parking lot that's owned by the National Park, that'd be perfect place to
Oh, yeah,
stage
yeah,
everything,
would.
and then
Yeah.
right onto Dutton, down in front of the Arcan,
Yeah.
and into the arena. Shorter route just to start out with, nothing crazy, and it's easily manageable.
Awesome. I think that would be perfect.
Could we possibly get, maybe Eric could help with this, the Gold Star Mother to maybe be in one of these cars
Of
as
course,
well?
absolutely. She'd love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Rolls Royce. We got a Rolls Royce for her. Serious.
Yeah, get her the Queen wave.
Ask him if he'll take his Rolls Royce out.
He already said he would.
Yeah, we already got the Rolls Royce.
Oh, that's outstanding.
The Gold Star Mother.
Outstanding. So that's what we're gonna. And then Memorial Day, we'll do. I think we'll do it at the Veterans Park, and
I will start planning that after. I have updates now for our program, so probably early to late January I'll start
yeah,
making plans. But I want to include the vet center again, and
yes,
Oh, definitely.
yeah. See if we can go over and for that one. Let's see if we can get the DAV and the VFW involved in that one as well.
I tried the VFW. They were invited to this, but
Okay.
and the VFW.
Yeah. See if we.
There's beer there. Drinking culture.
American Legion?
Yeah.
Not many VFWs these days.
No.
Many veterans of foreign wars.
So. All right. So that'll go over and handle our upcoming events that we've got. Any updates from the VSO office?
The banners have been advertised, if you saw it in the newspaper. That will be the first. I usually do 2 a year, 2 ads. But I started earlier this year. Hopefully we'll get people. We already have handed out 4 applications, but they usually trickle in, and that'll be for next year. We only had 11 this year that are hanging now, so our goal is to just keep increasing. And other than that, I think I've said everything that I wanted to say.
Okay.
I think we're doing well. I have a food pantry that I need that has dwindled,
Okay.
but we when the Army Navy game goes on, the football game, the Navy needs to win, and then
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
and then
Let me know.
There'd be none of this nonsense.
and then the Army Corps of Engineers will be having another food drive.
Okay.
And they've already committed to giving it to the Lowell Veterans Office. We had a lot of takers the last time. They pick and choose what they want, but whatever helps.
Eric, could you help me understand? Your office is providing a food drive?
No, we have a food pantry.
Food pantry.
Right across the hall from me. It's small, but we were able to help. We issued out a whole bunch of food. We had boxes upon boxes, and the Army Corps of Engineers has committed again for this year. And we still have some leftover stuff from the last event. So, if we need to have another food drive, we will. But it's nice that.
Have we ever done a food drive?
No, I was just kicking that idea around. I think maybe next year we'll go over and expand.
People are generous. When we would do collections for the troops, we filled rooms with food.
It's crazy.
It was crazy.
I did Veterans Day. I escorted Hidden Battles from the auditorium to Chelmsford, and they stopped at numerous intersections to do collections, and they did pretty well going through the city. So people were very generous when they were at the different intersections. So it was nice. Scott Hyder did an amazing job, and his group of guys that came out and rocked on it. It was really cold on Veterans Day. They went out and rocked that whole distance. So
Do you think we should add a food drive to our?
I think we can go over and expand that next year. I think that can be one of our missions for next year.
I'd get behind something like that,
Yeah.
particularly in a tough economy. I think this year's probably needed more than any other year, but it's kind of a little late.
Yeah, it's too late to organize it right now. Because for something like that, I'd like to do it around. It's tough because November is such a busy month
We
for.
have to have it in place for November, so before the
Yes.
holidays. Have it all in place for the holidays.
Maybe
That's the best
maybe
time to
do
give
it
out.
around Christmas time.
I don't know, I think the summer.
Summer?
The
All right.
summer. Start
All right.
the donations, then canned goods and all that, and,
All right, we can.
I know the city can't solicit,
we can't either, can
but
we?
I don't know if we can. But I know
think we can.
Hannaford has done a lot. The VFW was looking for food, things like that at one point, and I know they do. They'll put a box right outside the exit door at Hannaford's, and they'll collect things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think we can.
I'll ask the city law office about this.
Yeah.
I know that
We
none
can't
of you
collect-
can, but I can.
This is true. This is true. But I'll go over and I'll ask the law office how that works. So, all right. We covered the banners, covered the food drive, which will be good with the Army Navy game. All right. Today, the Lowell Police Department participated in Coach for Vets. And I had the privilege to drive down to Foxborough with our veterans cruiser and pick up almost 40 of these buckets. And inside these buckets, we have. Open it. Are these all sealed?
You get sealed.
Yeah, you need
Right in
to.
front of you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm not gonna break
You
it.
might need some pliers.
I'm not gonna break it. But inside is a coat, jacket. A jacket, a pair of gloves, and a hat. so that we can give out to veterans in need. So almost 40 of these buckets we brought back. So I'm going to work in conjunction with your office and the Crescent House, the Lowell Vet Center, and the clinic here in the city, and we'll go from there. And anybody else that does go over and emails the commission for a veteran in need, please let us know. We have almost 40 of these buckets. I'll gladly bring them and deliver them to the house as needed. So just please let us know. So for anyone who doesn't know about Coats for Vets, they went over, they partnered up with Home Depot, Job Lot, the state police, the Patriots. What else we got here? And the Veterans and Military Support Foundation and the ELSA project, all donated to this program. And this is the second year that the police department has participated in, and it was outstanding last year. We brought a bunch of coats over to the Crescent House, and we were able to give those out, and it was phenomenal. So, and then I know you had a bunch that you were able to give out last year, because I got some from you.
Correct.
The ones that you weren't able to give out, we also distributed as well. So that's going to be, looking forward to do that. That'll be a little helping hand out to the community. So I got to thank the police department for giving me the opportunity to go down and collect those buckets. Our command staff is absolutely outstanding, letting me utilize our cruiser to go down. So thank you very much. All right. All right.
I do have one other minor thing. I would just like to send a note to Congresswoman Trahan, thanking her for making this line available. What a great job she did and so forth.
Excellent.
I'll send it on behalf of the commissioner.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
You can handle that.
Will you be doing that, or should I do that?
What?
Would you like me to do that? Put together a thank you card to her? Or are you going to do that?
How about both?
Okay.
We can do that. Sounds good. All right, does anyone have any other business that needs to be attended to tonight?
The thank you card for the donation to the Veterans Commission?
Yes. So make sure everyone signs this tonight. We'll start down there. That's for the Franco-American donation.
If we leave it with you, Eric, would you see that they get that? Because I don't know their address.
It should be on the check that they sent, and
Okay.
that's in the computer forever now, so.
Where are they located, the Franco?
They're defunded now. They disbanded.
Oh, how long ago?
That was their last act, was to donate money to us.
Good friendship.
Yes.
And how are we going to spend that?
I think we're going to probably use that, I would guess, on the 4th of July parade and other smaller.
I believe you have 900 more on top of that. You might have an even little over $6,000.
Yeah.
Sign this,
I signed it Lowell Veteran Services.
so we're not going to sign it individually.
You
Yes,
can, yeah, sign
yes,
it.
please. So we do have some things we can go over and do. We can. I'd like to go over and use it for obviously some of the events that we have planned. So when we do run into any funding issues, we can possibly tap into that. I don't want to go over and expend it, whereas we don't have it. I kind of want to keep it around as as a rainy day fund, just in case. Right. If we hear of something that that needs to be covered, we can possibly step up and cover something for some of our events. So.
You get.
Card like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can I borrow your pen for a second? right there, so it'll come back.
I'll send this back.
Also, we also like to invite an open invitation to any veteran that wants to attend our meetings. You're more than welcome to come, because the more we know, the better we can serve the community. So if any veterans that are watching the program or here through the grapevine, please, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome. Come, ask questions, see what we can do to help you guys out. That's why we're here. We're here to advise the city on veteran services, veterans events, and we're able to go over and get a direct contact to some people in the city that, you know, you may not be able to get through to. All right. Any other business to attend? Nothing? All right. Motion to adjourn? Seconded. Excellent. All right, thank you all for coming.
Meeting is